Oh, hello. This is PurpleFireCrow, also known as Antoine. You guys know me. Oh, whoa. And this is something what? Yeah, you know what I mean? Really, this is a virtual time for our BIPOC deaf people to come together and tell the truth of what's happening in the world today. You know, since I remember when the coronavirus was here, we was like, what's up? What's going on for our people? You know, a lot of mayor, senator, even sometimes, the big people who have the information about the coronavirus, deaf people was like, where's the interpreter? Where's the interpreter? Until like 3 weeks later, interpreter was there, refining, understanding what's happening. But 3 weeks later, really? That shouldn't be happening. So we all need to advertise each other, you know what I mean? Let's come to a space where we can talk about education, when we can talk about economics, when we can talk about health, when we can talk about art, of different kinds, you know what I mean? So me, I'm Antoine PurpleFireCrow. Many of you know me as like dancer, producer, and that. But some of you maybe not know that I'm charities and plus Black foot that plus deaf plus have other disabilities. Many people don't know that. I have stories, but I know that I have opportunity to share my story. Today, we will try to have other people to share their story. But understanding, we want to test off for all different kind of deaf people. Yes, you have deaf blind, deaf with disability, the IPOC deaf. Why we should be listening to their story, listening to what woke us up. I mean, like deaf woke. I mean, that's our sign. Yeah, deaf woke. Mm, we need to put it out there to show people. Yeah. So I wanted to invite my guest. Yeah. And so we have a guest named what? Yeah. He's really cool. And, well, before I bring him on, I tend to be not using my voice as much. I tend to be like playing the interpreter. Boom, so I can go full ASL. Wait a minute. Full ASL? I mean, BASL. Yeah, Black American Sign Language. Boom. That. So I'm going to ask my interpreter to show up. Yeah. Right on. Right. That was quick. Quick. Yeah. So we have interpreter J. Cool. Interpreter Cat. Hi. Cool. We're talking about P. Yeah. So they will be voicing for me. Yeah, we'll have Cat will interpret for me voicing, and then Jay will bring in Matt. Yeah. You're cool. So you too. Thank you. Yeah. And they are out. Okay. So, yeah. Voicing.
So I have to talk what I'm talking about. Talk about art. Talk about my friend man. So we can hear more about him. Matt is deaf Black human being. And he founded DEAFinitely Dope. And that's founded to help kind of bridge the gap between that hearing and deaf world and bring that all together. His advocacy and his power is there for sign language and for issues related to the earth. He's been on CNN, he's been on MTV, he's been doing presentations with Google, a whole lot of different places. So understand just how that's working together to sign music and sign rap, and he's a bad mother, shut your mouth. Yes, so now we're gonna show a brief film about him. Watch out.
I'm tweaking into a whole new era. G-Funk, step to this, I dare ya. Funk on a whole new level. The rhythm is the bass, and the bass is the treble. Chords, strings, we brings melody. G-Funk, where rhythm is life, and life is rhythm. You know, like I know, you don't wanna step to this. It's the G-Funk era, pumped out with a gangster twist. If you smoke like I smoke, then you're high like every day. And if your ass is a buster, 213 will regulate.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm watching it. Oh, so long ago.
Oh, yeah. That was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
When was that?
I think that was when I first started, when I first tried to record myself, maybe back in 2017, maybe 2016, 2015, somewhere around that time.
Yeah. Really, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, wow, rap? You know, it's not just like regular boring sign. You are really using black ASL in the rhythm of the music.
Yeah, I'm bringing the emotions out of it. It's so much more than just the signs. It's about the body language, facial expressions, feeling the music. It's not, you know, it's just, rap is always just perfect. It makes it happen, you know?
Yeah, you go back and see how far you get into it and feel that in yourself. And oh, it's us. That's about you and your work. It's what you do. Now, the first thing I want to ask you is where you grew up. I know that you started in Atlanta, is that correct? But I want to know a little bit about what your upbringing looked like from your little childhood.
Really? I was born in Atlanta. I was about 4. I moved over to Texas. Near Fort Hood.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's the military base. And somebody was just actually recently killed over there. That's where I grew up. And then also Dallas, near Fort Worth as well. My mom worked for American Airlines, and so my father was in the military.
Oh.
So both were always, you know, quote unquote traveling. So really, that's my upbringing. It's in my DNA. You know what I mean? I was about traveling, but I didn't really know too much about deaf community. I knew nothing. The whole way, I had that hearing mindset.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. I know that.
I'm willing to admit.
So traveling, did that make it hard for you? Was it hard for you to make friends getting out there looking for deaf people in the deaf community? Because the deaf community is so small. You have to go through all different places to work out and find deaf community in different places. So can't imagine what that's like. Now we have Facebook. We can right.
Technology, woo! You know, now we have more access. It's easier to find things. And now it's before, you know, it's always about word on the street. You know, somebody heard something, and then and being deaf, I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know. Just looking around and having no deaf people be around you, and then finally, where did you find your deaf community? When and where?
Really, when I moved back to Atlanta. So about my high school, my junior year, I was put into a deaf program, but you know, I was rebellious, so I didn't want to learn sign at that time. I really, you know, just really didn't want to. I was involved in the church choir, however, and so that's kind of how I got my start with signing. And you know, beautiful women, you know, beautiful women. Okay, sure, I'll sign now. Okay. I was like, sure, I'm down. But school, nah, really wasn't my cup of tea. When I first got my exposure to the deaf community and deaf culture, it was kind of, you know, it wasn't an easy start. And Gallaudet gave me a scholarship, but I was still kind of, you know, hesitant. And so I said, you know, I elected to go. And that's really where I got immersed into the deaf culture, deaf community. Over at Gallaudet.
It's really interesting. School, you didn't want to, but you're in church, you're like, yes, I got this. I'm a sign.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's so funny because I remember when I went to school and I was signing ASL, but then when I went to a deaf church, a Black deaf church, the movement, the gospel, you know, you feel that connection. And it's a different experience, a different thing. You feel safe.
You feel it different.
And yeah, you feel touched. It's in your heart, you know. And yeah, that's where you get that. And where do I go to get that? You know, and just my heart is there. My heart was there because of that experience.
Why not?
But Matt, wait a minute. You sign different in church than you do in the world, right? So I know you sign in different ways, but do you meet people who sign differently? I'm sure you do. But anyway, before I go any further, I want to back up with this. So what's your name sign?
So my name sign is this. M across the face.
That's what I thought I remembered.
I mean, that's when I got to Gallaudet. I didn't know any sign. I didn't really know how to communicate, but people would come up to me, ask me what my name, where I'm from, who I am I deaf? They just asked me a bunch of stuff. I just didn't know what was going on. And, you know, I just kept this cheeky smile on my face. And so that's how I got my name sign. And I've kept it ever since.
Yeah, I saw somebody pop up in there.
Warren, what up? What up, boy? Nicole.
Yeah, it's good. The people are listening to your story. And they're like, wait a minute, I know that feeling. So everybody's just in it.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, there you are. That smile, Matt. It's funny how everyone is watching the video and from Gallaudet, and you're talking about being from Gallaudet University in the past, going back to those memories. What I mean is that, what's your perspective of that?
Well, I'm all over the spectrum. You know, I've noticed some things. Some things I understand. Some things I'm like, ooh, you know, it touches a nerve. You know, I'm all. It's all about being deaf. And I always believe having someone leading that's deaf is important. Giving that exposure to the deaf community, giving it to our people. you know, there's not much of a difference in comparison to like in a way deaf and hearing university. It's the same kind of concept. You know, it's not just to see the captions, you know, and to see that freedom. It's like trippy. You know, just, you know, that weird feeling of watching like Netflix with sign language. I was like, wow, okay. But sometimes I wish we can have more diversity, more representation. Sometimes I wish we can have, you know, more support, not just allyship or not just drama, theaters, but more experience. And so there's a show on Netflix that's, you know, that's amazing. I'm blessed. So I hope there's more progress that we can continue.
So on TV, when you talking about your experience going into Gallaudet University and you were signing and you're just kind of looking around, trying to fake it to make it while you were learning it, and then you got involved in deaf culture. You know, I mean, I think it's important for people to do. Did you feel connected with the deaf people? What is that? What is that? Can you say that again? What you just said?
You know, my sign during my time at Gallaudet, you know, during my time, you know, my sign language was shaky. So it was definitely hard for me to adjust to the way other people sign, you know, I mean, they just that fluency. You know, I came in late and I came in feeling overwhelmed, and I came in feeling, you know, just kind of just not the same as everyone else. But, you know, I graduated. But I definitely felt discrimination from the deaf community. You know, one day I just woke up and I said, you know what, forget y'all. I'm there at Gallaudet to be more myself, to be a better person. And, you know, I can't blame other people. So I think it's like a more of a disqualifier. So I remember those days, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like that you accept it, but you wanted to improve your sign too. So the criticism, people criticizing the way you sign, you know, that just would, you know, make your sign, people need to learn your personality, your sign, right, the way that you do things. Right. Everybody doesn't sign the same, no.
Right. Yeah, we want that diversity.
Yeah, and so, I mean, what's really, it seems that you have your own personality, you have your own thing going, you have your own love and way of expressing.
Really, I mean, what I'm signing is how I talk and how I communicate with deaf people or hearing people. And I mean, that's where I grew up. So when I talk with, you know, hearing people, I talk the way I sign, and I talk the way it's the same. And so I really wasn't used to signing back in 2016 or having that exposure, right? So my whole communication was with, you know, the hearing community. And now because we have that access to the internet, we have more things to watch, we have more things to learn from. And now it's not something that's odd. So now it's something that we easy now to be able to understand one another. There's more flexibility in the way to communicate. And the whole point is no matter how I sign, as long as you can understand me, right?
Right, yeah. You know, like this, I want people to know that sign language comes from your personality. It's not always just the sign itself. You know, people need to really be willing to take time to get to know your personality and who you are. So we today getting to know you, Matt, and we want to know what's your favorite thing to do.
Man, I'm boring. I'm just working, bro. I'm grinding.
Come on, you love cooking.
Grinding. I mean, I can cook. Man, I gotta get that woman to cook for me. You know what I mean? I can eat.
Look at you.
Thank you, baby.
That's sweet. It's good that you have a sweetheart to take good care of you. That's nice. I know.
Yeah, but really, you know, I'm simple, man. I'm simple.
But I remember looking back, talking about sign language, looking at you and what you just showed, just looking at the video where you were signing and you got more into it, and you're feeling that improvement, right? You're feeling that improvement with all your sign skills.
Man, I look at that video for motivation. You know, during that time, you know, I thought I was dope. I thought I was fire. I thought I was the best in them. And then now I watch that video, I'm like, ooh, uh-oh, I popped that ego real quick.
Ooh, real tiny.
I mean, it's always a good way to maintain being humble, to maintain, you know, being focused, and to make sure I don't lose my motivation, and not to be satisfied, and not to think that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm the dopest in the world. But so I keep watching that video, you know, and so I thought I can't make any more videos like that. So I can't show that representation. So now I'm grinding, I'm listening, I'm working, and I'm putting out better content.
Yeah, right. I understand that. You know, we always want to improve. We always want to do better. And with music, well, what is your process? I'm interested in your process about how you get that music, and then what's the first thing you do when you get a piece of music?
Really, you know, with the music, and so first I listen and I try to understand the artist, where they're coming from. It's his or her, it doesn't matter. You know, I try to understand their attitude, their personality, you know, what their approach. Is it soft? Is it more chill? You know, is it more, you know, that love, or is it more tough, raw? So, you know, I try to really understand and try to embody the artist. So then I get to understanding the words, the meaning behind the lyrics. Just like genius, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I try to make sure I understand, or I use genius. I use genius as a way to get an understanding of the lyrics. And then I go and practice, and I try to see how that meshes. And so how do I turn that more into an ASL? So I don't do anything rush. You know, I can't. So I'm always, you know, I'm always taking my time. I might hear a song 1,000 times before I might finally make a video, and then I put out there for people's consumption. I mean, for the artist, maybe it took them a year, you know, to put that together, their song. So I want to respect. I want to put that same time, that same commitment. I want to make sure I learn their content.
Yeah.
Definitely a slow process. And when I'm ready, I'm ready. And when I'm not ready, too bad.
Yeah. I see a lot of interpreters who will watch something, and then you can see on their face that it's just not matching the music, that it's just not really there. It's like the opposite of it. And especially with rap, R&B, you know, I see that sometimes.
You know, R&B, you know, interpreters do a good job, but you know, but rap, man, I feel there's a lot of information missing. So, like, for example, so if I, you know, I went to a festival. I wasn't really a new interpreter, but I don't think the interpreter had really learned the lyrics of the song, because everything was kind of being summarized and not really realizing, missing the content, the line of it, you know. But everything was kind of summarized. But you see audience members kind of cheering and following along, but you kind of feel distant. So kind of it's not the same. So I want the hearing and the deaf to experience that same thing. I want to hear the punchlines. I want to hear the cues. I want to hear it all. I don't be like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to join in at the same time. You know, that's kind of what makes me feel good.
Yes, I have some examples. I know you're not expecting this, but I'm going to show you. That picture is a logo, right? So how do you sign Definitely Dope?
Really, some sign it this way, Definitely Dope.
Definitely Dope, that way.
Some people sign it Definitely Dope.
All right, using that sign.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
You can play with the word.
So Definitely Dope. How did that start?
Really, you know, I was involved. I was, you know, in a competition. I was the only one that joined. That there was a competition that was being had, and so I joined the competition, and I was just kind of writing. I was writing, and it came in Definitely Dope. One night, I was practicing, trying to write, trying to create, and I put in this. The F is silent. Oh, I saw definitely, being that the F was silent. I know at that time during Wawa, he was putting out content. I was like, oh, I saw some of his stuff, and I wanted something more urban, something for the culture, something for the people.
Yeah.
So and it found it from there, and it's been taken off ever since.
Yeah. So, but what's that? Sean?
Yeah, Sean. Yep.
Deaf and signs musician. Warren, last name, can you spell last name?
Snips, yeah.
Warren, Wawa. Snipe. That's another one. I remember a long time ago, I saw when he was dancing, I was like, that brother's rapping. You know, I was amazed, but you know, I'm gonna save that for another interview. But I want to talk about you right now. I'm talking about Wawa. But they could jam, you know, and it's cool because it's another brother, N-I-C-A-R, Nekar, and
Yeah, both of them gave me a chance back in the day when I first started. We did a show together, and when I look back and I look at my signs back then, I was shaking, but I was giddy, you know. I was just feeling it, and then from there, you know, they were willing to give me that chance. They had confidence in me, and they wanted to see me successful. So I tapped my cap off, and you know, much respect to those guys.
Yeah, mad respect. You know, those people that give you a chance. I'm interested to know who are other people that you enjoy working with doing spirits. You work with some famous people, or what, or who have given you opportunities to work with them from time to time?
Next question.
You want to skip that question? How about I ask you your favorite performance?
You know, I'm kind of in the middle. You know, I've worked as definitely in the middle. You know, I've worked with Chance the rapper. I worked with Waka Flocka. You know, Waka, now that is a humble man. He's chill. You know, he's always dapping it up with us. So, you know, much respect to Waka as well. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it now goes, but Dave Chappelle. I was hoping to work with Dave Chappelle. You know, he's kind of to himself. He's kind of to himself guy, which I mean, I get it. You know, everyone's trying to get attention, so I dig it.
Everybody has their own boundaries, their own boundaries, their own ideas, and how to interact with people. And artists are so different, so different. And you never know, because I work with many famous people I have in the past, and in the beginning, I thought it's supposed to be a certain way, and then they change their mind and they'd be like that, and then
always.
So it's just you never know, and like what you said before, you're blessed for having the experience, and that's it, and that's what's so important. And that's also what the Deaf Woke is about. That's what Deaf Woke is about.
Deaf Woke, I like that. I like that.
And sharing. And you don't want to just like hold stuff to yourself and be selfish. I got a few more questions for you, if that's all right.
Come on, bring them on.
So in terms of a team and signing, you talked about using these two sides, support and that kind of rebel. Why is that important to give to your community, or actually empowerment, I think? And so is that giving that support every day, or do deaf people kind of put you off to the side? Do you get what you need from the deaf community? And how do you use your platform to reach deaf people?
Really, how I use my platform, I tweak it. It's evolved, and I've developed over time. Before, I was more kind of geared towards the deaf community. What I've learned now, what I feel is that back then, deaf community wasn't ready. They were stuck doing the same old. Maybe about 2 or 3 years, finally, the community started waking up, evolving. But back then, it was impossible to get that support. Now working with it's about 40. I get about 40 to 60 members of support. But what I've realized is that the support from the hearing community with sign language and rap, they seem to be more encouraged to learn more about signing and rapping. So my style is kind of fitted more towards the hearing community, and so, I've been immersed, I grew up that way. So kind of operating and working under that premise. And so I kind of focus and try to help the hearing community, and those who try to get them more involved, more motivated, and so that there's a way that everything can be blended together. So the videos I hope people, they sign up for more ASL classes. They want to take ASL. They want to learn the language. That becomes their major. There's different reasons. So I hope that my path influences the deaf community in a different way. So I can't really worry about the deaf community. I try to fit it in. I'm deaf. I arrived late to the community. And so there's a lot of catch up. And so it seems like, quote unquote, accepting me. And so them accepting me is not really my problem. And so if I can figure out how to, encourage the culture from a different point of view, that's something that I'm more involved in. And that's where, somewhere I could, the hearing community, get them involved as an interpreter, provide them different ways that they can be involved in the deaf community. Something, maybe a conversation that they have one day that they said that we saw Definitely Dope and that person talks to another person, and then they pass that message on, and then they learn one day. I've been doing 4 or 5 years, man. I mean, it's the movement's been taking off.
Right. The brothers and sisters are in you. Yes. So it's interesting hearing about your journey. And when I was on my journey, it was so difficult to find deaf dancers. And even deaf people would look at me and say, "You're a dancer?" They'd be like, "Ballet? You're gay? Are you gay?" And like they would like bring that into it.
Ballet, that takes some talent, brother.
Yeah, but for so many years, blood and sweat of doing that, and some people, hearing and deaf people, the way they respond to me, and I realized that I had to say, okay, I need to create the Bay Area Deaf Dance Festival and create space for people who, like me, who can come and really feel safe. Hearing and deaf people, have that safety, have that platform where they feel safe, like you. And I see power in that. If you create space for people, for hearing and deaf people to come together, then you don't have to, chase them down. You create the space for them to come to. It's like, if you build it, they will come. You create that space for the deaf people. And I just wanted to share that with you. That's something that was a part of my journey. Especially today. Some people feel the same as you. They feel like, where am I? Where do I belong?
Yeah, you got to be more yourself. If you are who you are, everyone will find themselves being who they are. Too many times, people are isolated and not being themselves and not developing, not evolving. But the willingness to stand up and be yourself, whether it's ballet, signing music, whatever it may be, it's about giving your truth. And so that's giving other people the opportunity to be themselves and to give them the truth. And that's powerful. And then, you help people not feel alone. Being deaf Black man is I felt alone growing up. It's nice to finally feel something where I feel
I feel you.
So thank God.
Black deaf men, we need each other. We need each other to survive. Don't leave, brother. Stay. If you're teaching hearing people, we need you too. So we need to talk to the young deaf Black brothers and sisters. We need to talk to non-binary people. We need to just expand that entire spectrum and be role models. Because by doing that, you are blessing the people out there, creating that.
We all do our blessings.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, I got the spirit.
Man,
I got the spirit up in here. All right.
We in church today, baby. We're in church today. Oh, yeah, there was that comment. Yeah, man, that was back in the day. Bye. Oh, these are all the good people, okay?
Oh, these people, like I said, people, support deaf people, and just, so all of you people out there who are watching, this is your opportunity to ask questions before we start our game show. So, I want to hear that.
Man, with games.
Here we're gonna have Deaf Folks games. Name those people. You ready?
Bring it on. I'm ready.
You got this, Matt.
Let's see. I'm ready. Oh man, of course. Ali.
Oh,
Muhammad Ali. Or formerly known as Cassius Clay.
yes, that's his former name. Muhammad Ali. He was an American professional boxer, activist, and philanthropist. He was nicknamed the greatest.
I always, respect Muhammad Ali's life because he stood up for something. He stood up for what he believed in. He didn't just give in. He didn't follow what was going on. He stood up strong with pride and held his beliefs. So I mean, I grew up loving and respecting Ali. Oh yeah, come on, that's my baby. Oh, Halle Berry.
Yeah, you're right. You got that one, Halle Berry. Halle Maria Berry is an American actress. She began her career as a model and entered several beauty contests. Later she won an Oscar for Monsters Ball, and that was 2001. And many people did not know that she's hard of hearing.
She's losing her hearing. I first learned about that. I said, "Ooh, okay, that's lit."
So I hope she starts to learn some more sign language. Now, who is this?
That's DJ Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, yes. Look at you. So many people got that wrong.
Come on, man. I gotta know my hip hop. I gotta know.
Yes.
I gotta know the history.
Yes, Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, Run DMC.
Yeah, he was influential in Run DMC. His heart and everything he does will continue on forever. He changed hip hop forever. He changed DJing. He changed everything and really brought it into mainstream music.
Oh, come on, man. Michelle Obama.
Well, yes. The Queen. We should just call her the Queen.
True.
Michelle LaVaughn Robinson Obama. She's an American attorney, First Lady of the United States. She was married to the 44th President, Barack Obama. Her famous quote is, "When they go low, we go high."
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Just raising the bar. Yeah.
Love it. CJ. Yeah, CJ Jones.
Yeah, CJ Jones himself, a deaf American actor. He lives in LA. He's in the movie See What I'm Saying, deaf entertainment documentary.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, he is deaf. He's a deaf actor. This a hard one? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. You can't get that. Debbie Allen.
Okay.
Debbie K. Allen.
I was trying to get them all right, man.
Yeah, she did Fame. Do you remember the movie Fame? She did that. Do you know that her character had asthma? She was an actor. She's a dancer. She's an entertainer. She's skilled, a musician. She's amazing. She's an amazing artist. And she's on the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities.
All right. Duly noted. Now I'm deaf woke.
Now look at this one. You remember this one?
This is about the 90s during the Olympics. I know who it is, but the name, is.
What made her special?
She's the first Black figure skater. I think. Is that right?
Now her name is Surya Bonali.
Oh.
And she's a 3-time world silver medalist, 5-time European champion, 1991 world junior champion, and one-time national champion. She's the only Olympic figure skater to do a backflip and land on only one blade.
That's brave. That's brave.
Oh, that was something. That was impressive, and that was fast. She was flying through the air.
Not me. Try to do a backflip? Nah.
All right, now that's close, but that's not a name.
Power to the people, bro.
Oh yeah, Huey P. Newton. He was one of the founders of the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Power, powerful group. This is a powerful man.
I have a book called Social Revolution. Sorry, Social Revolutionary.
Yeah.
We got the background, history, the kind of origin of the Black Panther. It's a good read.
Yeah. Come on, this is an important Black woman, and you don't know her?
I'm behind. I'm willing to admit what I don't.
You know what? I'm gonna have to introduce you to her one day. I'm gonna have to. Her name is Michelle Banks. She's a deaf award-winning actor. She's a writer, a producer, a choreographer, a speaker, just an amazing person. And she's been on TV before. She's been on Showtime. She was on the Showtime series Soul Food with her girlfriends, and on the story Strong Medicine on TV show.
Is your girlfriend? Well, hold on.
Whoa, Strong Medicine, that TV that's on that show that's on Lifetime right now. She is an amazing actress. You ought to know her.
I'm learning now.
And the last one, who's this?
That's Janet. Janet Jackson.
Yes, Janet Jackson. Ooh, you know, she's an entertainer. She's a writer, and she really helped change the business. Yeah. And she opened the doors for a lot of people. That Janet Jackson, yes, she's something.
MJ. I would love to see that type of combination with the brothers and sister. I mean, that combination was lit.
You won, brother. You won. You won, brother. Woo. Deaf woke. You is deaf woke.
Yes.
So now, that was fun. We learned a little bit about history. We played that game to learn, share a little bit of knowledge with the community, and just making sure that people know about their Black history, their Black deaf history. Yeah.
I wish I knew more about, my Black deaf history. That's something that, I've always longed for. There wasn't any class that was offered at Gallaudet. I met Foster, in 2006 when I arrived at Gallaudet. I didn't know Adrian Foster was Black until 2015.
I understand, man. I understand.
I was clueless. No one gave me that information.
Yeah, Andrew Foster. That brother really supported the Black deaf community.
About Africa.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful sign. Yes, it's really important piece of Black deaf history. That's really an important person in Black deaf history. And we need to get together and start teaching that. We need to start it since it's not there. We need to start it.
I'm down.
So.
This is cool.
Now it's the Ask Matt Maxey Anything.
I know one of the questions is from before. I think Nakar. You know, what is Superman 2? Who would be a good role? Well, I think at university, or something 2 would be a good role.
You saw that? There's one question. There's another one.
What, something that's passionate in, you know, positivity. You know, honestly, I feel every day we should have a positive day. Every day, wake up. You know, my positivity is based on my decisions, and I do anything that I can as possible. I can do the best that I can. You know, that's kind of what's my passion. Other than that, you know, I read, I hoop, I work out. You know what I mean? Just being around family. You know, before I was young, I was wild, man. I was wild. But now I'm older, so, you know, I'm chilling.
So where do you envision Definitely Dope 5 years from now? What do you see for the future? What's going to happen?
Man, 5 years from now. Hopefully the West Coast, East Coast. Hopefully we travel all around the world too. You know, really, I would love to set up resources for deaf, Black, even something that we could set up as a minor, something that the deaf community could seek, something that a resource that people can answer. It's something that is correlated to, we're setting up a performance interpreting agency. Man, I got a lot of visions, but I'm trying to make it happen one day at a time.
What's your next new song?
You know, honestly, right now I'm working with one group.
Flatbush Zombies.
I'm working with one particularly artist from that group. His grandmother's blind. So there's an EP that's coming out. So I'll be signing all the songs for his, in particular, portion of his EP. You know, I really haven't had a chance to practice a lot of music this year.
Oh, I mean, now with COVID going on, we just have to find a different way to make a living, right?
Now I'm more kind of teaching ASL. Well, let me back up. I'm kind of exposing people to sign language through music, through a different portion of classes that are being offered, and that's been taken off crazily. And in 30 days, I had 90 people sign up for the class. Only took 30 days, it took off.
What?
Yeah. Man, I ain't got too much time now, just that transition.
You're going to be back on it. You are. So somebody speaking for some deaf communities or curious about producing music or doing music videos, what advice do you have?
Do it. Do it.
Do it, yep.
Really, that's number one barrier, is that people are resistant, hesitant, not, you know, unconfident. The moment you take that step, you will see the results. And you will find yourself becoming more confident. Instead of wondering, what if, just do it. Just do it. Don't mull over. Don't let it stay into the brain. Just try, and you'll see the result. Whatever you need, if you put it out there, you'll get the results you need. You know, sometimes, you know, people, they'll find somewhere you get involved with people who are more comfortable. And then, you know, you'll find yourself connecting with the right people. You know, the better team you have involved, the better. You know, if you got something, you know, backing you, you know, if you got a team, you know, everyone's got their value, everyone's got to eat. So, but you just got to do it. That's my recommendation.
It's really good that you said, talk about investment. That's really important. Now, how do you invest in things yourself in different ways? You know, that's just like a good thing to think about, because for dance, you know, it's like I can't hang out with my friends. I have to make an investment to go to class, to learn, to get better and become a better dancer. You know?
You should all elevate, raise the bar, you know?
What kind of advice would you give new deaf artists?
Don't believe the hype.
Oh, what you talking about? What you talking about? What hype?
You know, for anything that's new, you know, someone who is becoming a new artist, that's, you know, that's famous, you know, everyone wants the fame, you know, everyone kind of, you know, that wants that opportunity. But the best thing you can do is have a purpose, is have a goal, a mission. Have something that people can back. That's the key. It's more important than look at me getting my fame.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's right.
I mean, it's good. It's good, but after a while, that gets old. You know, what are you going to do for the community? If you can't do nothing for the community, then, you know, it's really not that worth it. But if you can provide something, that's when, you know, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's really good for what you say. You know, we're talking about love for themselves. That's really important. But it's all about giving back to the community too. That's really important, because everyone is, you know, can be an open door for you.
Right.
And that's how you walk through those open doors.
You know, people always get behind good goals. You know, people want to donate to a mission. They want to assist or whatever it may be. It's not, you know, it gets old after it's about just me. And if that's it, then, you know, you're going to get you. So,
if you want to open an interpreter program, will you have Black deaf teachers?
Definitely, yeah. That's a good question. Right now we're testing it now through a program. So I have the deaf teachers with me. I have 2 deaf, 1 white, 1 mixed. Both are from a deaf family. Me, I'm Black, but I'm the only deaf in my family. What I want is that everyone's accounted for. So if will all the students be Black? So I want the different perspectives. I want that fluidness. So I like having a variety of perspectives.
Yes, that diversity. Yeah.
You know, not everyone's the same, and then you know, you're gonna have opposite, and some people are gonna be different. You know, it's about the community accepting, and hopefully everybody's gonna be all right with it.
For several of us love music with lyrics. What's your advice to keep asking all the genre music singers and performers to add captions, lyrics on media and TV and online? What do you think about that?
You know, honestly, you know, I'd say, you know, the artists have power. Most of the time, the artists are they just don't know. If, you know, social media, If you try to contact the artist, you know, it's hard. Obviously, a hard time. They're busy doing what, you know, whatever it is doing. They got an assistant. They got teams. They got other people that help them. So social media is not really, you know, effective. But there's something that needs to be created for a movement. There's like somebody created a movement of like a hashtag, you know, that went viral. You know, so you could create something like that. So that's a different avenue of waking somebody up. You know, so, you know, kind of this social media way, trying to contact directly.
Right.
Effective.
No more craptions. Yeah, that's funny. That's a powerful way to say it. Yeah, hashtag.
Yeah.
No more craptions.
It's a play on words. I liked it.
You know, it's like you find a word to make movement, empower ourselves, empower each other. Empowerment, that's always important.
You know, it's bigger than just one artist. You know, it can't be something that one person where it's a preference. I wish this artist provided this. No, it's something that needs to be general, right? So then you get more people exceeding it, more people involved. So then maybe you can see, hopefully, that your favorite artist is willing and maybe it heard. So that is a better chance. Instead of just going directly at one person, make it general. You know, when you're trying every day and every night trying to get that person's attention.
Yeah, some people we have to educate each other. You know, like playing video games. Some games have captions and some don't have captions.
Yeah,
so I talked with a video game manufacturer and what's the name? Grand Theft Auto. I think. Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto. Yep.
And he told me all my games have captions, and I was like, no, it doesn't. And he realized that captions and subtitles are a different thing.
Yeah.
He didn't know that. So it's educating people what they are. We prefer captions because the information is that, you know, when the door, we know to know that the door slams. You're playing a game, you got to see it says the door slams so you know to look back. You know, it's the things that subtitles don't have that captions do, you know, and so we really have to keep educating people, keep on educating. You're right. So many people don't even know what we're talking about to begin with. So that's important. So another person says, one more. Three things. One lie and two truths. And let us guess which one.
All right. So 2 lies and a truth. Okay.
You have to, oh, okay.
I almost drowned is one at a state park.
So the first one, oh, no, wait, go ahead. Okay. You almost drowned in a state park? Okay, that's one thing you're telling us. What's the second one?
So the second one. What was it?
I've gone to Amsterdam before.
And number 3, I was lost in California overnight. No phone, no nothing.
So everybody's gonna guess now which one's true.
Do I tell you?
No, this is gonna work. Yeah, people are typing in their screens, I guess.
Okay.
Now, really, someone said number 2 is a lie.
So they're guessing. Who guessed number 2?
They guess the 2's a lie. Yeah. People are like, you didn't get lost in California.
No, I definitely did. Number two is yeah, I've never gone to Amsterdam. I wish, but not yet. No, but listen, I was lost in California. I went to California to visit. I was there visiting the university. My phone. I didn't charge my phone, and I was at I was just at an Airbnb. I was just kind of, I was partying. You know what I'm saying? Just painting the town red, and I just was lost.
Oh, but I want to hear about when you almost drowned, because you said that was true.
Yeah, I was in Tennessee, and I was swimming. I was with a deaf group, but I couldn't swim. I can't swim. I tried.
So now you were it. They say black people can't swim.
Hold on. Oh, but no, I was ignorant. So I was with a deaf group, and I was trying to follow it. I saw them swimming. I was like, I could do the same thing. You know what I mean? I could do the same thing. And so I thought it wasn't a big deal. I've been to New Jersey. I had shoes on. And so I got in, and I just sank. I was panicking. Lucky there was a deaf girl. She was a lifeguard, so she helped me out of the water. But I felt like that movie, where that person is just.
Yes, and then this giant hand comes to pull you out of the water.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
I drowned too, but I learned how to swim after that. So many people can swim. They just need to take that opportunity to learn.
I can swim. I can't float though. Yeah, man. I just sink right to the bottom.
Which do you enjoy more? Interpreting for artists and performing, or working with students and teaching?
Definitely more working with students and teachers, or teaching. I feel like it's more rewarding. And I can demonstrate my passion more. I can show my art. It's their choice also to come learn from me. So it's working with the students and teachers is more kind of my passion. I've always, when I was little, I wanted to become a teacher, and ironically enough, here we are today. Yeah, so definitely teaching. Funny, life is in full circle. So students are motivated. It warms my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So interpreting is just that. It's interpreting. It's done. And you're like, thank God, I'm done. It's just not the same satisfaction.
It's a lot of work.
Bye-bye. Those Jordan said, bye-bye. Yeah, Dapple.
So what is your most? Oh, time is about to run out. So we want to hear, what's your most challenging thing in the music business?
Definitely trying to convince people about accessibility and how important it is, and making time to set up accessibility. But trying to really educate, teach how to improve accessibility. That's always button heads arguing. It's forever. It's hard to get people to understand how to make this experience better, and those who are willing. And most of the time, people who work with me, they're really focused. They're all good, but when we start talking about money gets in the way. They're not willing to pay $2,000. Pay $2,000 for a seat up in the nosebleeds. But it's a guess because you may not know if it's going to be a good interpreter, you know. So, and I'm always struggling, always a fight. So that's definitely frustrating.
Oh
So
yeah.
It's, you know, I learned a lot about the business.
Oh, that's the sign name for Chance the Rapper.
I learned a lot about production and behind the scenes. But you know, working with Chance, I learned about the art and that the artists have the power to make things change, to influence change. You know, Chance the Rapper will be like, "Yo, I need my interpreter on stage with me." There's a must-have. It doesn't, and he doesn't accept or back down, and so I respect that. You know, he made it happen.
Oh, does anyone want to know what Matt's love life is like? I want to know about your love life. If someone took you on a date, where would you want to go?
Food. Food. Always. That's how you get to my heart. Food.
So, what's your favorite restaurant?
Restaurant, I'm like, I don't know. Home cooking, though? Home cooking? That'll get my attention.
Cooking. That's cool.
And also, I'm more vegan too. So,
Does vote matter to you?
yes.
Yes. Yes. And this is one word answer. Yes.
You know, really, everything revolves around politics. You know, if we're on Facebook all day, all night complaining about something, and you're on there Facebook complaining, it doesn't make sense. But when you're voting and you have that, and you go to that office, and those people are represented and can make things happen, versus being behind a keyboard and complaining about Trump and complaining about Biden and whoever it is that you support. But instead of talking, being behind the keyboards, go vote. That's more of a significant impact.
Well, brother, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you so much for coming today. It was a blessing. It was a gift to learn and to hear your story. And
man, these questions were perfect. I love them.
What's your website?
My website is www. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, DEAFinitely Dope.org. You can email me if you want to get some merchandise.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, that's also the website that I'm offering classes to. So everything, I'm putting everything, I post everything up there on that website. So
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to plug that in.
Uplifting, yes. Thank you.
April, what's up?
Okay, my brother, I just want to say I hope that you have a good rest of your day and you continue to do what you love. And
you too, brother, you too.
And my last thing I want to let you know is that we need you. We deaf people need people like you.
Yeah, trying to keep going that positivity. I'm over that. You know, I'm all about peace, love, and happiness.
You gotta take care of yourself. Yes, self-care. Self-care is so important.
Yeah, that's important for your mental.
You help people, but make sure you take care of yourself in that process. Yeah. You reach out and help people who need it, and then make sure you take care of yourself and get to a place of peace.
Serious, man. Much love.
I'm gonna let you go now. So peace, my brother.
Always end with bless up.
Yes, yes, I feel that.
Count your blessings.
Oh my God, that was great. Did you guys have a good time? I want to bring the interpreters back on so you can actually see the interpreters.
I want to say thank you to
I would
the
like to say thank you to the
interpreter.
interpreters. Yay, hands up. They're a great team. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you too. So I would say you too. You off work now. You're free. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, people, can you hear me? Okay. So, that was great. It was fabulous. Thank you all for watching. If people want to donate for a deaf vote, you can go right here, www.urbanchatdan.com. You know, I hope you learned a lot. You know, I just want, first of all, say thank you to different people that came to support this. Yeah, first want to say thank you to How Round. They have theater coming. They have watching. They're recording a lot. Yeah, it's really cool people. Uh, they have. You can watch it more there again if you missed some. You know, I can just thank some other people. Uh, Again, need to say thank you to Matt for coming out, sharing his story, being brave to share with us. You know, some people share my story. Had no disrespect to anyone sharing their story. Well, I think we all need to take the time to listen to each other, not just listen with our ears and our eyes, but with our heart. You know what I mean? This story journey, it didn't have a place for them to feel safe to fit in, you know? And so we had to create a place where, create my own place where I could feel safe to work with people who, statements like me. You know what I mean? That's his story. It was like, where's my deaf people? You know what I mean? But so now we're uplifting each other. I was down finding my people, you know, that. So, yeah, I want to say thank you to Dance USA, yes, and that. And we have another, what we call it, International Association in Black and Dance. Yeah, two other organizations. I got to get their logo, yeah. But the two, we're all asking everyone to what? Hashtag dance to vote, yeah. Dance. Go vote, yeah. 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 Make sure you vote. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One of my favorite people. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Who else? So I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Why live shoes that shoes and stuff and vibrate with the music, video games, movie, and that it's a cool shoes. You go look on Amazon, they have already right there. You can buy it. So buy it and feel it. Yeah. Oh, I have to say thank you to Urban Child Dance Company. Some of those people working hard behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I want to say thank you to the caption people. Thank you to the interpreter. Thank you people for watching. Oh my goodness, it was a blessing to have you all for watching. Yeah, there's a few comments out there. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hello, people. Please, on the Urban Child Company, get your way. Review. Oh, that's so nice, April. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, April, for that. Yeah. Please go to Urban Child Facebook page and talk about, what you learned. Everyone, please. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, everyone knows this. When we're listening, I mean, whether you're deaf or hearing, just because you're hearing doesn't mean you know how to listen, right? Take the time to really listen to each other with your heart. And you're going to feel something wake up inside you. Yeah. When you take the time to let it wake up, you get to learn your superpower to empower each other. Yeah. I see the future where we all learn how to listen. And that's when we can actually move together as community. So, I won't can go on and on. Thank you for watching. This is Antoine Hunter, also known as PurpleFireCrow. This is hashtag Deaf Woke. Yeah.